All right, what's up, everybody? So thank you for joining me in this video. So in this video, what we're going to talk about is how they manipulate our identity. If you're Raza, I'm not sure what you guys identify as, but if you're Raza, if you're watching this, we identify ourselves as indigenous natives right here, pre-Columbus and all that shit. And if you're watching this, you can consider yourself, well, we don't consider ourselves really Hispanic or Latino, but that's a term a lot of times people using shit. But hey, Mom Nasty, bro. Hey, bro, you're gonna want to watch this out, bro, because we're gonna show you. I'm gonna show you guys how a Mexican homie. I'm gonna show you guys how to leave our genealogy out and everything. All right, bro, how to use science and shit. Supposedly, I'm gonna show you guys how to watch out from other people that manipulate science facts with que viva la raza. That's right, bro. I'm gonna show you guys right now. So I'm gonna pull up the video. We're gonna watch a series of videos. We're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch the Mexican American Revolution and how different videos and how America or USA took a lot of lands from our people and from the indigenous tribes and all that. I'm gonna show you guys how everything is pretty much related and all that shit. All right. So let me go and press play on this video real quick.
Tree. You don't have to remember all that. That's just to explain what you're looking at right now.
So
this family
tree, in this video, what he's talking about is genealogy of the world or people. And if you look at the video, hold on, let me put the video larger screen. So if you look at the time, it's going from up and down. So in our section, well, let me just press play, but I'm going to show you the time is going up and down. So you can see a lot of races, we originated from different parts of the world, all right? You see that? Okay, so now that's basically what you're looking at, but let me let this guy do the explanation.
Time to justify all this can give you information on changes in population size. It can detail for you migration events. And of course, especially relevant to our discussion, genealogical relationships. Again, I don't have time to explain or defend each of these claims. There's just a lot you can learn from a family tree. And just to stop and summarize, because we've covered a lot of ground, this is a family tree based on DNA, male inherited DNA. That DNA changes every generation. It acts in a sense like a clock. It can tell you genealogical relationships, and the timing of those genealogical relationships allows you to reconstruct a family tree, and there's lots that you can learn from the family tree. I want to draw your attention to this branch that I've already referred to, Q, because this is where you find the vast majority of Native Americans. Or let me stop for a second and say, if you look at Latin America, the vast majority of Latin American men do not have a native Y chromosome. They have either a European or an African Y chromosome heritage because of the history of European colonialism and the ugly history of the transatlantic slave trade. So if we exclude those from our discussion and just focus on native history, those that are not obviously European, not obviously African, the vast majority of what remains is this branch Q. And again, I'm going to...
All right, so you just heard that guy, right? So he just said that people that look like me or whatever, or I don't know who the fuck he's referring to as who's Hispanic or Latin America, whatever the fuck, but we're obviously not black and we're obviously not white, right? And then what happened to the other indigenous males, you know what I mean, that were coexisting, right? And we're like, and I said we're just gonna be skipping through videos because I'm a piece you guys together how they manipulate our people in different ways. All right, I'm just piecing it for you guys. All right, okay, all right. So I'm gonna fast forward this video and then go more towards the end. Let's see. I just want to show you who's sponsoring this video.
There's tremendous amount of...
fuck.
This game, you're not ready for it.
I'm definitely not ready for it, bro. Definitely not ready for that shit right now. Well, anyways, I just want to tell you who's sponsoring this video.
Much more lost history to be recovered. This is the book I've referred to repeatedly, where we began to set this new framework for Native American history, where I talk about how the Red Record aligns with
another thing. He talked about the Red Records. Supposedly, this white guy went and talked to some indigenous native, and they wrote a record, or I don't know, some kind of bullshit.
C is a very
I'm not
strong
sure
candidate for being.
I'm not sure if it was I'm not sure who the fuck wrote it, right? And then they're claiming that because of this guy, they're able to trace all this lineage and how it makes their Bering Strait theory kind of correct and all that bullshit, right? And then again, how he was talking about the Y chromosome, how the homie got that Wi-Fi. I got terrible Wi-Fi, bro. The Wi-Fi, bro. This is my Obama Wi-Fi, bro. but anyways, if you look at the map, see how they constantly want to draw the Bering Strait theory. But if you look at it, it could have easily been going the other way. But fuck all that shit. How we're talking about the Y chromosome is that every generation there's 3 different things that change in the gene, and that if let's say you have a kid, you have 3 changes in your Y chromosome. If your kids have a kid, there's 6 changes in your Y chromosome between you and your grandkid. If you go more, it'll be 9. You see what I mean? It goes by 3s. That's what he was talking about. But remember last time in my last video, I was talking about the mitochondria DNA that comes from the women, and this motherfucker is excluding the mitochondria DNA that's going to tell you a whole fucking different story. You see what I mean? But he didn't ever mention that shit. And then I was telling about about the Red Records. He was talking about some white dude fucking went to some chingadera over here. There you go. The Red Record. I don't know. You guys fucking go find that shit. I don't know what the fuck. I was trying to look for it and I couldn't find anything about it. I didn't hear no indigenous natives really claim this shit. So I would say any of our indigenous Raza from right here in the Americas up here. I was trying to Google that shit and all that, but I didn't find shit. But anyways, this fucking video is sponsored by the church, and this guy wants to prove how the Bible and all this shit, how we're descendants of Noah and all this bullshit, dude. So this motherfucker is fucking like trying to tell our story and all this shit, trying to use genes and all this shit, right? But on the next story, not on the next story, but pivoting. Okay, all right. Let me pull up the next video. I'm not on my account, so I have to like go on my other phone and look at the my history and shit. This is a very important fucking video I showed you that I just saw yesterday. Okay, there you go. The Mexican Revolution. Oh, it's already turning up. And I couldn't even spell for shit. My hands are fucking the dog bite. The dog bites. My hands all fucked up right now, guys. I can't even type for shit. Yeah, it's this one right here. All right. Thank you, Mom Nasty, for being here, bro. You're a real one, bro. All right. So the Mexican Revolution, bandits turn some shit, right? Ah, man, what the fuck, dude? Sorry, guys. This is my Obama Wi-Fi.
Hi, I'm Jesse Alexander, and welcome to the Great War.
Sorry, dude.
The Mexican Revolution of 1910 to 1920 was a watershed moment in the country's history. This guy does a really good, really good
conflict cost hundreds of thousands of lives, created new constitutions and governments, and also created villains and heroes
that are still talked about today.
This guy does a really good job.
So in this episode, we'll take a look at all 10 years of the conflict that came to an end exactly 100 years ago in December 1920.
Let's say
the seeds of the Mexican Revolution were sown in the final years of the rule of dictator Porfirio Diaz. Now, during his 31-year rule, Mexico did modernize economically, but this created serious tensions in Mexican society.
And then
in the early 20th century, the vast majority of Mexico's population was made up of rural peasants, and they were unhappy with Diaz's rule. This was because the countryside had become dominated by haciendas, which were large farming estates owned by a few rich landlords. By 19...
Hey, could you hear me, bro? Hold on. All right, hey, could you hear me now, bro? My bad, G. Pause the video. All right. I thought I lowered it, but I guess I just lowered it on my earphones. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. All right, my bad, G. So I was saying this guy did so anyways, in my personal family tree, we're fighting the Mexican government and the Catholic Church both at the same time in Michoacan, right? But the video was way too loud. Yeah, I agree, bro. That shit was way too fucking loud. So let me lower that shit, I hope. I could even do call-ins if you guys even want to call in and shit. Not that anybody's gonna call in, but they just say that it's out there. Roadcast shit. All right, because I just want to, this video is really important to me, guys, because I mean, this live is really important to me, and I know Bandits Turn Heroes, I'm gonna look it up. All right, hey, all the videos. The first one was called which one was the first one that we watched? Oh, the first one was called "We Finally Discovered the Native Americans' True History," traced episode 17, and the publisher was Answers in Genesis. All right, so anyways, in this video, so we're saying that our family tree was fighting the Mexican government and the Catholic Church because they were trying to take over our indigenous territories and shit. But so let me go to the end of this video. So this guy does a really good video, but then watch at the end of the video. Watch what he says. I clicked it right at the fucking spot too. Hey, wait. This is not. That's my phone playing right there on accident.
Saw renewed rebellions, and it's likely that he even ordered the execution of Pancho Villa in 1923, just 5 years before Obregón himself would fall victim to a disgruntled Catholic assassin.
Okay, so you just heard that, right?
So now that we've taken you on the wild ride of the Mexican Obregón's government, on the other hand, Obregón's rule saw renewed.
He was basically describing how Pancho Villa died, and then how Emmanuel Zapata died, and then how the remaining president that was considered Mexico, I guess now Mexico, how he was shot by a Catholic assassin's bullet. Watch.
And it's likely that he even ordered the execution of Pancho Villa in 1923. Just 5 years before Obregón himself would fall victim to a disgruntled Catholic assassin's bullet.
All right, that being said, so who really controls Mexico and all that shit is the Catholic Church. That's why I always say we should burn all the Catholic churches and all that shit. If Raza really wants to get ahead, they need to destroy all that shit, just like how China did. Definitely, like I said, I always say shit for a reason. But anyways, now we're gonna go to the next video. But the first video was called just so we could. Oh shit, that's not the YouTube video. It's this over here. All right. Hopefully you guys can still hear me while I pull this one up. All right, the Native American state that never was, and it's the one with Oklahoma or some shit like that. There it is, right there.
You're me.
Yep.
I fucking
Hi,
faggots,
sir.
dude.
After the Civil War, many of the Plains Indians were
Smoke a
moved to
homie.
Oklahoma.
There's a place in the middle of North America
And you
should know about.
be like, all right, let me go take a
It's
break
not
right
the one
now.
about the
No.
violent dust that pushed people out,
Oh shit,
or the novel about a homicide and a drought,
those are my
or the
dogs.
songs and
Like, why
dances
is
about
fucking...
rivalries between farmers
Wait,
and
hold on.
cowboys. It's the story of what happened before all of this. The story of checkerboard maps and lines and private property and broken promises. All because of this. This place was a dumping ground for the people that the US government wanted to get rid of, which is why today it has the second highest number of first Americans of any state. It was once a random rectangle that the US government used to ship native populations after they removed them with a new weapon of state power.
Wait, hold on, guys. Let me go. Shut up.
Starting line, and there was a gunshot, and 50,000 settlers hungry for new land in covered wagons dashed forth to claim some of this 2 million acres of unassigned land in hopes of getting cheap property and starting a new life. The tidal wave of Europeans continues. They're hearing about these mystically huge plots of land in the West, the American dream. As unassigned land started to fill up, the settlers started to look around at all of this land that, yeah, technically had been promised to the natives, but they weren't really using it to farm. So, like, no harm if we just sort of set up shop here, right? So
Hey, you heard that, fool? Oh, shit. All right, let me pause that shit.
So in
Right,
1890,
like God does this for a reason, right? All right, so if you just heard that, guy, right? Then hold on, the lights are hella bright right now. Hold on, let me put this shit on. All right, so you just heard that guy, right? That they just set up shop, right? Because they weren't using the land. So honestly, we should do the same shit. All these reservoirs and everything that they're just fucking polluting and all that shit, not using the water or anything. We should just fucking shut up shop also and start growing our own food and start feeding our own people from all the cities. Like once we get access to water, we'll grow our the corn and everything, and then we'll start feeding all our people in all the cities in California. You know what I mean? Starting with all the major ones like San Jose, San Francisco, LA, San Diego, Fresno, all the big ones, right? Fuck, that's what we got to do. Just like how that guy just said, that's how they fucking took over this shit. Fuck.
they dropped this line.
Right?
It cuts Indian territory in half, leaving all of this, as well as the random no man's land panhandle, to become a new territory. They would call it Oklahoma. Indian territory now is just this land for the 5 civilized tribes. That's what the federal government called them. But all the tribes that had lived here were now in the new territory of Oklahoma, and their land was suddenly up for grabs.
I can't.
And once again, here come the maps and the documents and all the stuff that basically made this feel like it was official and right. A lot of these maps have squares on them. Look at these squares, perfectly checkered squares. All of these.
Well, anyways,
squares,
fuck it. You guys could watch that one also. But in this one, he talks about how they kicked all the Raza, right, that were indigenous, right? They kicked them all into Oklahoma. You know what I mean? They basically deported the motherfuckers to Oklahoma. So you guys can fucking understand in current terms today.
Those were
Oh wait, hold on, let me pause the video.
And that those treaties had been broken.
All right, so they deported all the Raza into Oklahoma, right? Hit the pinche like, thank you, bro. So they deported everybody that looked like Raza to Oklahoma. You see what I mean? And if you consider yourself Mexican, but well, basically imagine us, we were fighting the Mexican government and the Catholic Church. So they would have probably deported my ass to Oklahoma too. You know what I mean? And so that's what I mean. If you're an indigenous native right here, I don't give a fuck what reservation, all that bullshit. If they deport you to Mexico, you're considered a Mexican now. You know what I mean? And it's all in the system. And what they do is that they wanna basically have you and all your descendants and everything with paperwork. They want to know everything about you, and also they want to break down the family structure. Because if you're Raza, you know how we're all pretty much fucking related, right? Our families are fucking big as fuck. That's why in California, it doesn't really fucking matter. You just call one of your family members, and someone in your family knows somebody that you want to get to and shit. You know what I mean? Like, we're all fucking related. You know what I mean? And this is all we got. But anyway, let's go to the next video. If Mexican isn't a race or some shit like that. Hold on. Oh, another thing that I want to say is that Pancho Villa and Zapata and all those guys, they knew Nahua. They knew the main indigenous language from back then, but they were so ashamed to speak it, so they never did. So that's why in Mexico, not Nahua. That's why in Mexico, Nahua isn't the main language. It's Spanish. Is because Emiliano Zapata and Pancho Villa, everybody, all them guys, that they were ashamed of our indigenous past, and even though they knew the language of Nahua and all that stuff, they made it Spanish. That's why Spanish is the dominant language in Mexico. Otherwise, everybody would have been speaking Nahua. You know what I mean? According to Jenny Luna and Kobe Rubias, San Jose, or SJSU Spring 2012 or some shit like that. All right. So, anyways, go fucking bug those fuckers about that shit. Anyways, here's this one that I wanted to watch next. I think this might be the last one. Oh wait, no, we got one more. This one might even skip a lot of this shit, because this shit was fucking.
One thing that's really always bugged me is when people, normally Americans, use the term Mexican when referring to someone's race or ethnicity. Now, don't get me wrong, I am an American, and I do often find myself falling to the trap of using this fallacy, and it's a real shame that that is
man, I have a comment there I wrote like fucking long ass time ago.
As it really doesn't.
But basically, this guy, like I said, you know what? I'm just gonna skip this video. Fuck this guy. Well, I mean, oh look, I landed another place where I would watch. Watch, he's just basically saying, look, nobody in our family looks like that. You know what I mean? Like that's a picture of like that was taken of like 3 different actors or some shit, and they're trying to say that's our race right there. See what I mean? And none of them look like me. Anyways, fuck all that shit. Let's go to the last video. This one's in Spanish, guys. But if you guys don't speak, fuck it. Fuck it. Soy el último. Hold on. All right, I don't know if I got any more people still in the live chat, but hey, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, I hope you guys are still there. Shut the fuck up, dude. Sorry, my phone keeps playing.
¿Por qué nosotros ya no vivimos en nuestras ruinas,
We're
en
gonna watch
nuestros
this guy
templos?
a
Hay
little
un
bit.
motivo. Siguen siendo de nosotros, pero tenemos un convenio.
All right, this guy, man, he looks just like me and you.
No tanto. ¿Por qué?
Right?
Porque si hay para
You know what I mean?
poder
I can
abrir un
also fucking
cenote
get some
al público,
tattoos that look
tienes que
just
tener
like
un
that,
espacio grande
and then a
por la
fucking
gente que
haircut
entra.
just like that.
Y este
Almost.
cenote donde
See that
estamos
what I mean?
nosotros está súper amplio
And
y puedes
fucking,
turistear muy
hey,
bonito.
I'm
En
the last
Explore,
fucking
en
indigenous
Explore,
dick
en
face
casco.
from whatever the
Ajá,
fuck.
y ahí sí te daba.
And then somewhere in here, so somewhere in this hold on, let me see if you guys can see the title of this video. There you go. We still got Mom Nasty's comment. That we can make it look like I still got supporters in the chat. No. So anyways, whatever the fuck, I said all that shit, right? And including so I say is that when this guy, when he was asked when it really fucking matters how they moved the fucking stones and the pyramids and all that shit, this guy wasn't he said, oh, I'm gonna get back to you on that. Basically, that's what he said. I just can't find it in the video. So somewhere in there, just watch that whole shit. All right, and he's gonna say that he doesn't know, and he's gonna find out for us, right? Which is never gonna fucking happen, right? And then somewhere in here, he also says, let me just fast forward because somewhere in here he said that he's never had a taco in his life and that it just recently he's had a fucking taco. This motherfucker's so fucking full of shit. You know what I mean? Because everyone, I don't care if you're an indigenous native from North America, Central America, all that shit. Whoever used fucking corn, right, or anything, they have some kind of pan, right, or they call it fried bread or tortilla and all that shit. But especially if you were Mayan, they definitely use fucking maíz. Que no se haga pendejo el güey. You know what I mean? This guy was fucking paid to fucking be on there and to look the part. You know what I mean? Because I could easily get fucking tattoos and all that shit, make it look just like that, dude. Let's press play. That looks fucking. That sounded fucking.
Pero dijo que era en Chichen.
All right, this fool, right? You know what I mean? He kind of looked like a jaguar and all that bullshit, or I don't know what the fuck. But like I said, this guy, to me, he was paid to be on there, and he's definitely not the last Maya, especially because that's one of the languages that's been trying to be protected, or a lot of people already know the language and shit. But anyways, that's something I just wanted to comment. And then the last video, because I remembered, we're gonna go look at fry bread. Damn, my fingers are. I can't even type. Look, no, I watch, guys. I just want to show you guys this last video. Navajo fry bread, right? And me, I'm from Michoacan and shit. I'm an indigenous native from Michoacan. But look how our brothers and sisters from up here, indigenous from up here, and like I said, I'm just saying that because all our tribes migrated back then also. But anyway, so she's gonna make the flour, right? Or the pan, right? Or su masa. Sorry, guys, it's just taking forever. All right, look, she's grabbing her masa, and look at that. What does that remind you of? We make the same fucking shit right there. They call it fried bread. We honestly, just because of the Spanish and all that shit, or I don't know where it fucking comes from, but we also call it buñuelos. and they treat the buñuelo basically as a tortilla. You know what I mean? And we make the same shit. We just call it a different thing. So let me show you guys a different one.
You'll pretty much
Apache style. Estos güeyes. All right, so this is Apache style, right?
Hey everybody, welcome back.
Whatever Apache style means, right?
Advance right there.
Yeah, obviously you gotta watch the video, right?
You can.
But like I said, it's basically they're basically making buñuelos. Well, we call buñuelos. Only these are the buñuelos secos. If you want to make the mojado ones, you add some dulce and everything. But it's a whole different process. But natural shit, you don't need that fucking sugar shit.
You'll see it on the side, golden brown.
You see that? That's just like buñuelos.
See, this
See what I
is
mean?
small. That's why.
Anyways, much love. Thank you for showing us the video. But that's just what I want to show you guys, how they manipulate our fucking people. And I brought it full circle to show you guys how our foods and everything are just so related to all our indigenous brothers and sisters from Alaska all the way to Chile and Argentina, all the way over there, Brazil, all that. You know what I mean? From Ecuador, everywhere. We're all fucking related. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. But if you carry the indigenous fucking flag, you know what I mean? The native flag, you know what I mean? Hey, Sinaloa es mío. Thank you for joining. I'm actually about to get out of here, but thank you for joining. But in this video, we did the science of how they're manipulating science, our genes and everything to try to say how Raza, we're not indigenous and everything. But then right now, I just pulled up Apache fried bread, which is basically they're making buñuelos, what we refer to as buñuelos. Watch, as buñuelos, but you got to watch this whole live again. It's a pretty cool live. It's only 32 minutes long. But I always try to make it as short as possible. But I covered like 5 different videos and all that shit and how they manipulate our history and all that shit. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to bring you guys the science of how they really fuck our people, and they're still continuing to fuck our people. You know what I mean? They're trying to say that we're either black or white genes, and we don't have any indigenous genes and all that, and they just excluded everybody. And I just showed you guys. You just gotta watch the video. But anyways, that was just a quick recap. Aquatic amigos, I'm tired of the party. Orale. Smart. Yeah, Aquatic amigos, bro. If anything, I might go live again, but I gotta end this video just because this is I treat these more like episodes. But if you guys catch me in the live, we will go to after things. Oh, and then I said you could call in, but always fuck with our culture porque we're the best. That's right. And remember, we discovered zero, and without zero, or all these equations in chemistry and physics and all that shit, they all add up to zero. And without us, they wouldn't fucking they wouldn't have the science of what they do today. But like I said, we are gonna advance it. And like I said, I'm gonna start the Raza learning science or the Raza learning chemistry and physics series again. But I just gotta get better Wi-Fi because I tried doing the screen mirroring so I could use the notepad on my phone, so we could do the book. So I get the camera on the book and me and you on the screen, and I'll do all the equations and you guys just follow along. But I need better Wi-Fi, honestly, guys. The world famous Sinaloa es mío. That's right. And we love all you guys right here on the show. All the super sexy ladies and all the super sexy dudes watching. Fucking much love. You know what I mean? But that was our show, guys. Make sure you guys rewatch the live and share it, all that shit. And I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. And so far, honestly, I'm almost halfway there. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm almost at 500. I don't know, man. In the last 2 weeks, I got like 30 subs. I was like, oh shit. To me, that's like a miracle. Anyways, much love to everybody watching. I'm gonna go because I'm on this live. If anything, if I go on, it's gonna be titled a different episode. but I did want to make this short so when people watch this, they could just keep going. All right, so much love, everybody watching, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Oh shit. Ha, fuckers.